Hey guys, Peter here to do an EP review. Today I'm here to tell you about the latest from Rhapsody of Fire, I'll Be Your Hero, out June 4th on AFM Records. This release has 8 tracks, 40 minutes in length, and this is the band's 3rd ever EP. They are an Italian symphonic power metal band. Now you heard me right, 8 tracks, 40 minutes. This is a little bit outside the box. I don't remember seeing an EP in this format. So what do they have in store for the listener? Well, they have a brand new track, they have a re-recording, a couple of live songs, and then a couple of different versions of a previously released track. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, what this EP has in store for you. So let's go through it, let's digest each and every single song so you get a better appreciation of what you're going to get out of I'll Be Your Hero. The opening track is just that, I'll Be Your Hero. What an opening song. I mean, this track is just phenomenal. What a single. This song has so much power, so much strength. I love how it sounds. It's just pedal to the metal from the beginning all the way to the end, both vocally and musically. It's just a very well-driven, well-constructed track. And I like how the symphonic elements come into the picture. This is a song that's really driven by the vocals and by the guitars. That's where the power lives. That's where the power resides. And this song really goes whatever those two elements are going. But then you get the symphonic elements coming around it, becoming the box that encloses the whole track, and at the same time it elevates the atmosphere of the song, giving this song a little bit more of an epic cinematic vibe to it. So it becomes very bombastic, it becomes larger than life, it seems to grow, it seems to get bigger, it seems to expand, but always with that power, with that drive coming from both guitars and vocals. I love how this song comes together. I love the strength that it has. I love how the elements coordinate with each other in order to make this song almost larger than life. I just love this track. If this EP only had this song, I would have been thrilled. Next, Where the Dragons Fly, a much different track. This was part of a Japanese edition bonus track, and you see the mood going in a much different direction. It has more of a theme, and that theme really permeates into everything that's happening within the track, to the atmosphere, to the sound, to the vocals, into the lyrics. It's a different song, it changes the direction of things, but that's fine. I love the more natural hymn style approach that this track has, very folky in nature, a song that has perhaps a more stripped down approach in the verses, a little bit more bombastic when you get into the chorus, but you almost need that dynamic, that change between one and the other in order to give the song ebbs and flows, ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Otherwise would be very repetitive, would feel very flat, because it doesn't have a lot of power, it doesn't have a lot of strength. It really lives off of that folky melody, that folk hymn style approach, and it really needs to bring the lyrics into the forefront in order for you to feel like you're there, like you're part of the story. So having that change between verses and chorus really helps make this song come to life and feel a little bit more dynamic than what it is in reality. Next come the 2 live tracks, Reign of Fury, The Courage to Forgive. Both songs recorded during their 8th Mountain Tour back in 2019. And I like these 2 live songs because for fans of the band that have never seen the band live, this is a little bit of a taste of what to expect. The sound on these 2 tracks is very bombastic, it's very big, specifically coming from the drums. The drums have a lot of power. The only issue that I have is that sometimes the power from the drums is so predominant within the tracks that it kind of overshadows everything else that is happening. It's not constant, it's not always that way, but when it happens, it takes a little bit of the strength, of the sting from the vocals specifically, and you feel a little bit like you're losing something. Overall, it's an interesting approach. These tracks are interesting to listen to because, like I said, for fans of the band that never seen them live, this really gives you a glimpse of what to expect. The power is still there. All the strengths that make Rhapsody of Fire be who they are still there, really well captured, really well encapsulated, but the drums at times are just a little bit overpowering, and they really hide a little bit of the vocal approach that these tracks have. Next comes The Wind, the Rain, and the Moon. 4 different versions of this song. This is a previously released track. They added this one to the EP, and they not only added this song to it, they added 3 different versions, one in Spanish, one in French, one in Italian. I think it's a little bit overdone in my opinion. It really dilutes the end of the EP, if you will. I don't mind the original version being included to give you a sense of where the starting point is, but to have 3 different versions of it felt a little bit too much. I would have liked to have just the Italian version and the original one. To me, that would allow things to be a little bit more cohesive. But this is a great track, really stripped down ballad. It's all about the vocals, and the vocals really drive the experience. They really drive the mood. This almost feels like a Disney style ballad from a movie. It's just incredibly sounding, and the vocals really overshadow everything else that is happening. They're on a pedestal as far as this track is concerned, and I love the closing. The closing brings a little bit more strength as far as the sound is concerned. The volume increases a little bit, the song becomes a little bit heavier, and it really finishes on a strong note. So I love the original. I like what they did with the versions, the different versions in Spanish, French, and Italian, but it felt a little bit too much, and like I said, it diluted a little bit of the experience of having a different a version of the original track included on this EP. So overall, I like the EP. I like what they had to offer. It felt a little bit too long, a little bit too big. They could have cut in, like I said, a couple of those alternative versions and make things a little bit more compact, a little bit more direct, but I felt like they wanted to add as much value as possible to this release to keep fans connected, to let fans know that they're still creating music, and to create almost a placeholder between now and their next full-length album. This is it, guys. This is Rhapsody of Fire, I'll Be Your Hero, out June 4th on AFM Records. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the songs, on the EP. Use the comment section below. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.